Hey folks, I'm doing a test today. I've been experimenting with a technique for watercolor. I've been chasing basically my favorite ways of making art. And that's all I want to do now is stuff that makes me happy and that I super enjoy. And I love drawing and I love watercolor, but I don't necessarily love doing each of those things alone. And I want to combine them because I love rendering in graphite pencil because it is so flexible. You can go super dark, you can take it back to light, you can completely erase it. It's just totally forgiving. And then watercolor I love because I like coloring in with watercolor. I don't necessarily enjoy rendering with watercolor. So I want to combine the two, and I need a way for the graphite to stay flat. So I'm going to render this in graphite, and then I'm going to test two products, Grumbacher Workable Fix and Daniel Smith Clear Watercolor Ground, and I'm going to test both of them to see the results. For my drawing, I'm just using a regular lead pencil. This is a Graphic Gear 500 by Pentel. It's a 0.7 and it's just an HB lead. And then I use blending stomps. And when they get super dirty, I have sandpapers from testers that I will scrape it on, sandpaper it on, and it gets rid of all the dirt. Okay, so those are the products I'm using. I'm also using a Tough Stuff, Papermate Tough Stuff eraser stick, which I super like because it's pretty thin. I've also got a much thinner one as well, which is a Tombow Mono Zero, which is a super small eraser as well. All the links are in the video, so you can check these out if you want them. They're really useful. Okay, and I'm gonna speed this up. Oh, I also use a brush because it brushes away bits and graphite and eraser shavings without having to smear everything around. Drafting brush. Okay, I'm gonna outline with black and do any black detailing that I want to do before I add the watercolor and before I try and protect the watercolor. So I'm done as much rendering as I want to do. I'm gonna add this. I'm using Kuretake pens. I don't know, they're brush pens. I'm not sure what the actual Japanese name is, but I know that they're PK1 and PK2. PK1 10S, PK2 10S, Kuretake. I get them from Jet Pens. I think they're available on Amazon too. Link is in the description. This is extra fine, this is fine, and I generally only tend to use the dark blue. So when I reorder them, I'm only getting the PK2. I'm also using a Pentel drawing pen, or, oh, not Pentel, it's Pilot drawing pen, and Pigma Sakura Graphic 1 for my outline. I know that these are mostly waterproof, but I'm going to be spraying them and protecting them, sealing them as well. So Okay, so let's apply some product. I'm using Grumbacher Matte Workable Fixative. I chose this one because it says that it creates a surface that's suitable for acrylic and watercolor overlay. It doesn't stay stinky, and it's matte, and it's workable. So let's try it. I haven't sprayed it yet. And all right, it stinks. It says I'm supposed to put my work vertical, but I'm not gonna, because that's dumb. I don't want to. So short bursts are better. It smells like nail polish. Excuse me, I should probably have a fan or something going. God, this reeks. My cats are never gonna come back. Oh, it's like high school art class. Okay, so short bursts. God, it stinks. And ideally, when you're using fixative, do it from a variety of different angles, especially if you're using a rough paper, because you need to spray it from different angles to actually get all sides of the roughness of the paper. I'm supposed to be giving it 5 minutes between coats, but I certainly haven't done that. So we're just gonna leave the windows open for a while. So this side is the workable fix. I should probably mark on it that it's workable fix. And the side here is actually a product from Daniel Smith called Transparent Watercolor Ground. Okay, I've used this before full strength and it was gritty and it was interesting, but isn't exactly what I'm looking for, because I really like for the watercolor to have full play on the watercolor paper. It's why I use smooth watercolor paper, because I want the water to be able to run and do its interesting textural thing. So I'm gonna thin this down with some water and see if I can get it to be less gritty but still work. So this is what it looks like. I assume there's some sort of a polymer ground in here. There's some sort of a polymer binder, or else how is it sealing? I don't know, the magic of polymers. Oh, you can't see that here. This is me adding water to it. I actually didn't read it, so maybe I should do that. For all I know, I'm not supposed to add any water to it, so that's fun. Oh, geez, okay, allow 24 to 72 hours to cure before applying watercolor or acrylics. Oh, can be thinned up to 10% with water. And the vehicle is 100% pure acrylic emulsion. So I'm interested to know, I'd like to know from a chemist's point of view, what's the difference between this and just regular clear gesso? Anyone? Anyone? I don't know. So let's apply. And I want to get this as smooth as possible. I don't really want a whole bunch of brush strokes or anything. Like right away, the spray is a better option because I'm not, I didn't have to brush the surface. Okay, I don't know if you can see. Okay, see? Smooth. But I can already tell that there's gonna be some grit on there. I can see that it's gritty. Whereas this is absolutely, like there's nothing. There's no sheen, there's nothing. So I have high hopes for the fix. The fixative was my choice, my first choice. I'm not sure why I bought so much of this. I have two containers of that. Anyways, I will see you back here in 24 to 72 hours because I have to let this cure. Okay. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. We're gonna paint today. This is definitely, it's about 24 hours since I put the ground on, and it's definitely gritty. This is totally smooth. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna speed this up, and we'll see you in a bit. This was a good test, but it's not quite the result that I'm looking for. The graphite, well, in this one anyway, I didn't go deep enough, I didn't go dark enough, so I did a few more tests afterwards with some interesting results. So this was a good first try, and the Grumbacher definitely worked. The Grumbacher was a great fixative. But stay tuned, I tried graphite powder and Graphitint next. Thanks for watching.